Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the September 27th, 2016 City Commission meeting for the City of Muskegon. Before we begin the proceedings, let's ask for a blessing. After the blessing, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I ask for a blessing upon the city and all our neighbors. I ask for a blessing upon the frost that'll soon be on the pumpkin. I ask for a blessing upon the birds flying south and the harvest wagons filled with the bounty of the earth. And as we move further into the cold and darker months, I ask for a blessing on all our homes, that they all be lit with the light of love, where we can all find comfort until the coming spring. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Turnquist?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson? Absent. Mayor Gallren?
Here.
Vice Mayor Hood?
Here.
Commissioner Warren? Here. Commissioner German?
Here.
Commissioner dsetvmuskegon?
Right there. Thank you. May we have the consent agenda, please?
Approval of minutes. City Clerk, summary request. To approve minutes of the September 12, 2016 work session and September 13, 2016 regular City Commission meeting. Staff recommendation, approval of the minutes. Demolition of 1812 Lakeshore Drive, City grant to share in cost. Planning and Economic Development Department. Summary request. Dick Gezzi recently purchased the property at 1812 Lakeshore Drive. This building has been a blight in the Lakeside Business District for several years. Mr. Gezzi is requesting grant assistance from the city in demolishing the building, similar to the request approved for 1785 Bidler last year. It is located along a critical commercial corridor as well as adjacent to the Lake Express ferry terminal. Mr. Gezzi intends to demolish part of the building for a parking lot and will improve the remainder. Staff recommendation to accept the cost share with Mr. Gezzi for half the amount of the lowest quote, which is $7,100. The payment will be made after the demolition and parking improvements are completed. Fire Department pickup trucks, DPW equipment, summary request. Authorize staff to purchase two 2017 Ford F-250 4x4 pickups trucks from Gorno Ford, the MI Deal state contract holder, for a purchase price of $30,645 each. Staff recommendation, authorize staff to purchase two Ford F-250 4x4 pickups from Gorno Ford. Approval of sale of city-owned home at 2324 Park Drive, Community Neighborhood Services. Summary request. To approve the resolution and instruct the Community Neighborhood Services Department to complete the sale transaction with Muhammad Nijazi for the totally rehabilitated home at 2324 Park Drive, purchase price $105,000. Staff recommendation to approve the resolution and direct the CNS staff to complete the sale. Rezoning request for the properties located at 307 and 313 West Laketon Avenue, Planning and Economic Development. Summary request. Request to rezone the properties at 307 and 313 West Laketon Avenue from I-2 General Industrial to B4 General Business by Juan Villa. Staff recommendation. Staff recommends approval of the rezoning. Committee recommendation. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the request at their September 15, 2016 meeting. Adopt a resolution to approve a small distillery Fuse Beverage Company LLC at 930 West Sherman. City Clerk. Summary request. The Liquor Control Commission is seeking local recommendation on a request from Fuse Beverage Company LLC for a small distillery license to be located at 930 West Sherman. Staff recommendation to adopt the resolution approving Fuse Beverage Company LLC at 930 West Sherman as a small distillery.
Thank you. Commissioners, you've heard the consent agenda as presented. Are there any items you wish to have removed for further discussion? Commissioner Turnquist.
Items B and F.
That was B.
B is in boy and F is in Frank.
Any others?
If there are no others, I move to approve the consent agenda as presented, minus items B and F.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Johnson, seconded by Commissioner German, to accept the consent agenda as presented minus item B and F. Any discussion?
I just got one comment about one of the items on the consent agenda, and that's just thanks, give praise to and kudos to the Community Neighborhood Services on that home at 2324 Park Drive. They did a wonderful job with it, and it sold at asking price. So kudos to Community Neighborhood Services on that.
Very good. Very good. Anything else? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gallron,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hood,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner German,
Yes.
Commissioner Rinsma-Sibiga,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnquist,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item B, Commissioner Turnquist.
Yes, I would move that we accept to share the cost share with Mr. Gizzi for half of the amount of the lowest quote, which is $7,100. The payment will be made after the demolition and parking improvements are completed.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Turnquist, seconded by Commissioner Warren, to accept the cost share with Mr. Gezi for half the amount of the lowest quote, which is $7,100. The payment to be made after demolition and parking improvements are completed. Commissioner Turnquist.
Mr. Gizzi is here, and I was just wondering if he would share some of his plans for that building.
Come on up.
Come on up, Mr. Gezi. We just need your name, your address, your blood type, and,
Yeah, you got it.
okay.
What are my plans to do with it probably nothing this winter, but hopefully in the spring we plan to, I don't know if we're going to do the demolition this fall or not, but for sure in the spring, and then on the whole west end will be coming off, and we're hoping to do some kind of retail down below with maybe apartments up above, similar to what I have for my store right now. And then on the east side, the largest portion that will be staying there, we're hoping maybe to do some sort of a small little, I call them like a boutique hotel, like a 2-story hotel there right off on the road to go into the ferry dock. So that's kind of a preliminary plan, but
I just like to comment, he's down in Lakeside, and anything Mr. Gizzi has ever done has been A1. His market, home renovation on McGrath, and we welcome him taking that building. I do.
thank you.
Very good. Any other questions for Mr. Gezi?
Not so much a question, just a comment. I was really excited to see that you're looking at putting in that boutique hotel concept on that property. Really take advantage of the ferry terminal right there. That is something that people on the ferry coming off and looking for accommodations, and there's no really adequate accommodations in the lakeside area. So I think that's a great idea, what you're doing there, and just rehabilitating the entire building and putting it to use will help spur not only the lakeside economy, but the greater Muskegon economy. So looking forward to your development there. Thank you.
Thanks, Ken.
All right. Thank you, Dick.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Hood,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner German,
Yes.
Commissioner Rinsma-Sibiga,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnquist,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Gallron.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item F, Commissioner Turnquist.
Yes, I would move that we adopt a resolution approving Hughes Beverage Company LLC at 930 West Sherman as a small distillery.
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Turnquist, supported by Commissioner Rinsma-Sibiga, to adopt a resolution approving Hughes Beverage Company LLC at 930 West Sherman as a small distillery. Commissioner Turnquist.
Yes, the building is a little different. It's behind cyclone fencing, west of Lee's Chicken, I think it is. And if someone is here, I'd just like to hear what the plans are and what type of business and what's going to evolve. No one here?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right
right
there.
here. If you would come on up and just give your name and address, sir, and maybe give us a thumbnail sketch of your plans.
All right. My name is Todd Masad, and I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But basically, I'm going to be the manager of the company. The other person who actually is owning the entire facility, he's on his way here. He's a little late right now. But basically, it's going to be just a small distillery. Basically, the alcohol part is being made in other areas. One is being made in Ohio, and the other's being made in Mexico. And it's going to be shipped in here, and we're basically a distributor of that, plus mixers and that stuff. That's just a small percentage of the building space. Right now, they've got 2 storage buildings they're going to use for storage and whatever other kind of oddball things that'll go on. But the liquor part of it's going to be just like 5,000 square feet of the main building. And that's basically, like I say,
You'll be doing retail and all that location?
no. It's going to be all basically wholesale.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for the gentleman?
Yeah, excuse me, I didn't hear that part about Mexico. What exactly are you going to be doing with Mexico?
They're making tequila,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're going to ship it up.
Okay.
We're still kind of in the working stages of that, but it's going to be made in Mexico, and then it's going to be shipped up here.
And that's your company that's going to be producing
Yeah.
the tequila down there? Okay. Thank you.
It's kind of a roundabout way, yes, we are. They're making it for us and putting our name and all that on it.
Oh, so they're doing all the manufacturing and,
Right.
okay,
Yeah, we're
okay.
not really doing any of that stuff up here at all yet.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Johnson?
So you're going to have a white label tequila from Mexico that will be branded and sold, distributed and sold from the Muskegon location. Is your
Right.
long-term plans to do any production yourself at that site, or is it mainly going to be storage and distribution?
The tequila, probably not, because it is a Mexican brand. There's a vodka that's going to be made in Ohio. I don't know if down the road they may be thinking of distilling it here, but right now there is no plans for that. We're basically just going to be a distributor of those items right here.
Okay. How many, just curious, how many are you expecting jobs to be created from this investment?
Right now, it's kind of up in the air. Right now, I'm the only employee. So there may be other jobs as time goes on. We basically just got control of the building, so it's kind of a matter of
Right on.
when we need them.
Do you know how long that building had been sitting up for sale and vacant for, it's been a while, hasn't it?
No, I don't, but I know it's been a couple of years
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
It's been a while, so, thank you.
Yep.
I support this, and I wish you great success with your endeavor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, might be anything else you want to ask him.
Yeah, excuse me, is that your partner there? Would you like to come up, sir, and tell us a little bit about the business as well?
I can if you would like me to.
Hey, come on up.
Please. I don't want to grab victory from the jaws of defeat, but vice versa.
If we just have your name and address and
Sure.
any input you'd like to give to the commission about the extent of your business and your plans.
Absolutely. My name is Matt Masad, and I'm in Ada, Michigan. I also have a place on Mona Lake here in Norton Shores, and have had for 17 years. So I'm sure he told you a little bit about the business. So it's a new opportunity, unique opportunity for us, something that we're West Michigan born and raised and want to see us continue to grow and expand. So something that we're excited about, but at this point, it's like any new venture, we got a lot of work to do, so we appreciate your support.
Okay. Vice Mayor?
I'm going to go back to one of Commissioner Johnson's questions. Will this produce any employment opportunities?
We certainly hope so. Yeah, at first, we're going to try to do contract manufacturing through third parties until we can get our volume up. Want to make sure the business is sustainable, but at that point, we would expect to bring the equipment here to the location on Sherman and also add employment.
Commissioner German?
Yeah, okay, with the market, looking at your target market and the competition, do you see a fit here in Muskegon that would actually allow you to be successful with the competition out here?
We think so. I think we're really not in this just to try to practice at it. We do want to make it a successful venture, and we do see some opportunities. We think the brewery market is very, very crowded. A lot of new entrants and a lot of big players there.
kind of the commercial small distillery market, we still think there's a lot of opportunity in for high quality, probably not nearly high volume, but high quality products that people will pay a little bit more for, especially with the local flair. So,
Okay. Sounds good.
Commissioner Warren?
So will it be Sue's that's on the label? Is that what?
yeah, there's a couple of different brands that we're working with right now. So Fuse is really just the company that will run the business, but there'll be several different brands depending on the type of spirit.
Okay.
So you'll see, we'll be happy to share them with you and the different marketing angles once we get it all together.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the consideration.
Good luck with all. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner German,
Yes.
Commissioner Winston Masibiga,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnquist,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Galvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hood.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Public hearings, please. Item A.
Sure, I wanted to explain, first of all, that I have I have someone here with me today. His name is Eric Serba, and he's an intern from Baker College, and this is his last thing that he needs to do, 120 hours in. He's getting a marketing major, and we're excited to have him here. And I'm going to give him the opportunity to read the next item.
Very good. Well, welcome, Eric. Thank you.
All right, request to conduct a public hearing of the Community and Neighborhood Services Department Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report, CAPER 2015, Community and Neighborhood Services Department. Summary of request to conduct a public hearing of the 2015-2016 CAPER projects funded through CDBG and home allocations to the City of Muskegon Community and Neighborhood Services Department. Staff recommendation. To submit the 2015-2016 CAPER, including any public comments received during the 30-day comment period ending September 27th, 2016.
Thank you. Juanita, do you have anything to lead out with regarding the CAPER before we invite public comment?
Thank you.
You're just glad to have it done and ready to submit?
I'm very happy to have it done. This report is the end of our 5-year consolidated plan. So you'll see in the document just a comparison of what we've done in the last 5 years through the plan that has expired. The new 5-year regional plan has begun, and that incorporates Muskegon Heights and Norton Shores, along with the City of Muskegon, as entitlement communities working toward a regional goal. So this is the last of our action plan that's associated with the old consolidated plan. So you'll see those tables in there, and we'll tweak some things and turn it in. If not tomorrow, that's my hope, tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, it would be Thursday, which we have to have it turned in by the 30th. And so if there are any questions or comments, we'll take those during the hearing.
Very good. This is public comment period on this item and the next one. Are there any members of the public that would like to speak regarding the Neighborhood Services Department Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report? If not, Commissioner?
I move we close the public hearing and submit the 2015-2016 CAPER, including any public comments, for the period ending September 27, 2016.
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Winston-Masibiga, supported by the Vice Mayor, to close the public hearing and to submit the 2015-2016 CAPER, including any public comments that have been received during the 30-day comment period ending today's date, September 27, 2016, which is also my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Sue. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner German,
Yes.
Commissioner Winston Masibiga,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnquist,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Galvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hood,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item B, please.
Bid Special Assessment Resolution Approving District, Planning and Economic Development Department. Summary request, the Downtown Business Improvement District Board is requesting that the Special Assessment District for downtown properties be renewed. The previous bid district was only approved for 1 year. Since the bid assessment is still very new, it is proposed that it be extended for another 1-year term to allow us to gauge its impact before committing to a longer term. The assessments will continue to go towards various downtown expenditures, including snow removal on sidewalks, spring, fall cleanup and landscaping, events, directional signs, and marketing advertising. The bid assessment includes both a Class A and a Class B district. Staff recommendation to approve the resolution approving the special assessment district and authorize the mayor and clerk to sign.
Thank you. And you're leading out with this morning, or this afternoon.
I think we're afternoon.
Evening.
Thank you, Mayor. This is our bid. We did the same bid process a year ago, and the bid board has asked that we only, as a city, extend it for another year since it was fairly new. It actually hasn't been in place for quite a year yet. And it is going well. I'll say the sidewalk plowing and the landscaping and some of those things are going well, but it still is pretty new for folks, and they didn't want to go the 3 years. Hoping the next time around we will be able to extend it because it is very time consuming for all of us to go through the process, so it will be nice to have it be a little longer. But we are only looking at a year this time, and we're not looking at any increases at this point. The district is the same, and the assessments are the same. I believe we lowered the maximum for from the 3,000 to the 750
For the fees, as we did last year.
Okay, so that's the same as well. So everything basically is just extending it as it currently is for another year. We did get, just so you are aware, as of late this afternoon, earlier today, we didn't have any objections. But we do have 3 objections, which brought the total to 4.13%. Those objections were from Tammy Yeager with Press, from Heritage Properties LLC, and Joyce Thebo. So as of now, there's only 4.13% objecting to the special assessment. Also, Dave Alexander from downtown Muskegon now is here, as well as Doug Pollock, who is on the board. So if you have questions of myself or anyone on the board, Frank also is on the board, you're welcome to ask at this time. And then we do need to open it for a public hearing for comment.
Correct. Commissioner German?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Bubecker. For the classes and assessment fee, class, what are the actual fees? I know we went over this last year.
Well, the Class A is the 0.8, or 0.08 cents. And the Class B is 0.02.
2 cents a square foot.
So you do that by the square footage of, you just take the square footage of
Right.
each person's property, and that, I believe, was in your packet. If you look at the chart, I have a larger one here, but it shows you all the properties and the owners, and then what their actual assessments are.
How significant of an impact did it make last year? I know we didn't get a lot of snowfall down there, and we actually made, I guess, a payment to a contractor for snow removal. And I'm just kind of anticipating whether we should move forward on this and approve this again, because I really didn't see a significant impact. So I'm just, from your perspective and the people that's actually on the front line doing this, what is your take on this?
Well, I'm sure Dave can address this as well. I would say there definitely was an impact. I mean, we were lucky in terms of not a lot of snow. There is enough money in there to help offset if we do have a lot of snowfall this coming year. But the advantage to me, and I've worked with downtowns, before I came here I was a Main Street project manager, and it was the same issue with downtown Saline that we dealt with, that people didn't consistently take care of their sidewalks, and the people that did, somebody might park down the way, and then they'd have to go over snowbanks to get there. I would say things went really well this year. I don't know about city manager's office, but we certainly didn't get complaints about snow removal on sidewalks like we usually do in downtown. People will call us and complain, and we didn't have any of that. The downtown, I think, is looking much better. Some of that is because of what the city's done as well. But with downtown Muskegon now down there working on that and putting more money into it, the marketing, some of those things. And I'll say just a testament to that is just the fact we only had 3 people that objected to the assessment, which is, to me, proof in itself that people seem to be satisfied with the way it's going. I don't know, Dave, did you want to add anything?
Kathy, the range of the assessment looks like it's between $81 and $3,000. $3,000 must be the cap.
On the A's, yes.
750 is the cap on it.
Dave may just want to address any improvements that.
One of the things, again, Dave Alexander, Executive Director, Downtown Muskegon now, and we've addressed you back at your work session earlier this month concerning a number of the things that have been going on in downtown. But one of those areas are events, and I think the First Fridays has been a huge hit, a huge success, and it's a way of us branding our downtown for marketing and events, and it was Touch the Truck, it was the street performers, and those will continue going out through the rest of this year, and if approved, into 2017. Downtown trifold map that is out there that we did 20,000 copies of. We are doing a advertising through our Convention Visitors Bureau, annual visitors guide for 2017. So there's more than just the snow removal and the landscaping, but obviously those are a bulk of what we have been doing.
Vice Mayor?
Question. That was 3 no's out of 12, or how many?
Oh, it's out of the whole.
25.
Yeah, if you look at your list that was in your commission packet, it looks like this. It's real tiny, probably.
It was 4%, so.
Right,
It's
so,
about 125 parcels.
So those are the actual.
yeah, so there were 3 out of 125, whatever that total was.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, just the objections, the 3 objections, 4%, that's considerably less than it was last year, if my memory serves me. So it must be working to the satisfaction, even in its infancy, working to the satisfaction of a good majority of downtown property owners. Yeah, it has been less than a year. It hasn't achieved everything that we set out to achieve with. While I would have preferred to do a 3-year bid on this and special assessment this year, as we were expecting, I certainly understand the concerns of the property owners in terms of it still being in its infancy, wanting to work out some of the fine-tuning the assessment and the bid and how to move forward. So I'll certainly defer to them on that. With regard to one of the 3 objections, Jaeger's, is that the property where Berkshire building's going in? Correct. And General Capital Group, the owner or the developer of that project, has voiced their support for the bid. So is that property sale closing anytime soon? Just curious, because we saw that article in the Chronicle saying it's going forward. So I'm like wondering when
Yes,
closing is going to happen.
It is. I can't say for sure when the closing is going to happen, but what I was told originally was that they would start construction probably in January.
Okay.
Start working on the site, so I would anticipate they would close before that.
Okay. So in reality, of the people that are actually going to be assessed, it's we're just down to 2 objections. I still support the bid. I supported it last year when it was created. I've seen it implemented and used in many other cities to great effect. And I will continue to support it, and I look forward to seeing what the bid board comes up for going forward. I do have a question there, because I read the minutes for the bid board from July and August, and it indicated that your board is interested in maybe the chair of the board, Mr. Pollack, could speak on this, but the board was interested in looking at other methodologies for an assessment. Now, was that going to include looking at street frontage versus square footage of the property, or was that going to be looking at square footage of the buildings itself to try to determine a more equitable assessment methodology for the future?
It's all on the table.
Okay.
But the one area that they wanted to look at was not based upon the type of use, but the geographical location to the center of the services being provided. So there is obviously direct benefit if your sidewalk's being plowed. There's indirect benefit from all of the other things that are happening downtown to allow for a more prosperous downtown, and hopefully that the tide will raise all boats. So that being the case, there may be a recommendation to you coming from the bid board as they begin to discuss this here at the end of the year for 2018 and beyond, where it would not be based upon whether you are a retail or an office use, or it may be based upon how close you are to Western Avenue, and that there may be rings of service areas that would be decreased as you go out from the areas that are getting the most service.
Okay.
And I believe, and I would have to check with Attorney Schreier, but I believe it's for the land only. Under the bid, we'll have to explore that. I don't believe that, I think the principal shopping district is the one that allows you to prorate it from the ground floor through the upper floors of a multi-floor building and based upon square foot of the building. This is all based upon square foot of the land.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you for the update.
Just one last question. I keep hearing the word board come up. What is the makeup of the board?
Bid board is made up by members of the assessment district, and the city is represented by Frank. The bid board is 11-member board. You approved it, I believe. It's how it was approved. And Doug Pollock is its chair right now.
Okay.
They're listed in the packet too, like all the.
Yeah, as to who voted on it. You want me to name them?
Sure.
Go ahead, please.
Vice Chair, or Chair is Doug Pollock, Vice Chair is Justin Clark. Members Bruce Lindstrom, John Riegler, Gary Post, Frank Peterson, Connie Taylor, Mike Hennessy, and Bob Tarrant. And they represent all of them property owners, and obviously Frank in terms of the property ownership of the city.
And that's property owners downtown?
Yes.
Correct, within the
Okay.
bid district.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Warren?
I just wanted to clarify and highlight a few of the projects that have been completed because of the bid, and also ask if they are because of the bid or if it was the city or somebody else. Like the mums that are down there in the picnic tables right now, was that part of the bid or was that?
That improvement, and I was going to come up at the end of the night here, and thank you for that. That is a city day of caring that the downtown obviously supported. But no, those are, you guys spent resources on that day of caring well beyond what we could provide through the generation of the bid dollars. And it's a partnership going on between what we can do and what the city can provide. And it just improves the look and the effects of downtown well beyond where we've been at in the last couple of years.
Yes, there have been a lot of positive comments about those, definitely. And then what about the sign that's at the farmer's market?
Those are directly bid dollars. And coming out of, there's an $8,000 budget for signage and banners, and that is directly out of the bid budget. And there's 3 of them, one at the farmer's market, one at the depot, and one in front of Holiday Inn at the traffic circle.
And if anybody hasn't seen them, they're really encouraging the walkability of our downtown. And there's been a lot of positive comments about them. They've been noticed, as well as the First Fridays events. I think that the bid has helped us a lot with our Watch Us Go campaign, with our positive image, and with getting people downtown walking around and seeing things that they may not have realized were there.
Pokemon Go has helped us out a lot, too.
Mr. Turner?
Just a comment, there were many more objections last year than there were this year.
Yes,
Which is
that's
kind
true.
of,
25%.
which is kind of like an endorsement for what's happening.
I would say so.
We would hope so.
Anything
And
else?
just for Commissioner Warren's comments, I don't know what creates what downtown, and I don't want to stand here and say, yeah, we did all of this. It's a joint effort. There's a collaboration in this town to bring the downtown to where it's at and to where we all hope it's going.
Thank you, Dave. Any other comments by the commission before I open it up for public comment? If there's any members of the public that would like to speak on this issue, I'd like to invite you up at this time. You come to the podium, give your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to make your comment to the commission. Any takers? If not, Commissioner Rinsma Savinga.
I move we close the public hearing and approve the resolution approving the special assessment district and authorize the mayor and clerk to sign.
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Rinsma Savinga, seconded by Commissioner Johnson, to approve the resolution improving the special assessment district and authorize the mayor and clerk to sign. Any discussion or closing comments by the commission? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Rinsma Saviga.
Yes.
Commissioner Turnquist.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Mayor Gallren.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hood.
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Commissioner German.
No.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Is there any other business that would come before us from the body? Commissioner Turnquist.
I'd just like to make a kind of a tongue-in-cheek statement and thank the city clerk for breaking the gender barrier in her office.
That was good.
He's got to be the first one.
I think, yeah.
Anything else, commissioners? I do want to mention that the city clerk and I did attend the Michigan Municipal League conference in the past couple of weeks. The city clerk represented us very well on the opening day. There was opening segment on community outreach and communications, and was able to present on our Watch Us Go campaign and our other initiatives and how we outreach to the community. Through the 3 days, you would be very happy to know that Muskegon received, beginning with that opening session, a number of shout-outs because of our initiatives. And it was quite heartening to be stopped by other mayors and city staffers in attendance who I did not know, and to be told that they hear so many good things about what is occurring, and have that corroborated by people from Michigan Municipal League, Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and other entities. So the people of the city of Muskegon and all those putting forth so much effort to strengthen this beautiful family of ours have a lot to be proud of. So, anything else?
I'd like to just say one thing. This past week, 2 Red Wings came through town and visited Wesley School, and it's something that I saw for the first time, the wonderful work that's been done is going on in that school with disability young people. It was marvelous.
Very good. Again, that's another testament of how we all pull together. There's a real energy of people stepping up and getting involved and holding hands. It's damn good. And kudos to city staffers last week that have brought a lot of beauty, whimsical in some ways, with those neat troughs and whatnot, but Western Avenue, it looks wonderful. And it really is a type of project that has been encouraged through our assessment and recommendations last year out of the University of Cincinnati. You may have empty lots, but do something with them. Fill them with people, fill them with color. So that's on top of our sandbox and our volleyball and our hammocks. So it's all good. It's all good. Are there any members of the public that would like to address the commission before we pause for the cause? Mr. Vanderweer?
Thank you. My name's Chip Vanderweer. I reside at 2342 Estes Street. And I walked in kind of late, but it's great to hear about all the positive things that are going on in Muskegon. I see it. We have, world-class festivals going on, great farmers market, all the housing that's going up, cruise ships coming in. There's a lot of really positive things going on, and I want to thank you for all your effort in doing that. What I'd like to address the commission today is about an opportunity that I believe is being squandered. And just to give you a little bit of background, my wife and I are boaters, and we go cruising and we hop up and down the lakeshore and we stay at municipal marinas. I've been boating for about 15 or 16 years now, and I've kept my boat at different marinas on the lake. And this past year, we recently moved our boat over to Hartshorn Marina. It's a great location. We want to be downtown. It's within walking and bicycling distance to so many things. On our adventures north, and we'll take extended amount of times, we'll stay at municipal marinas all along the lakeshore. We'll stay at Pentwater, Ludington, Frankfurt, Leland, Northport, Charlevoix, Petoskey, Beaver Island. And we like to stay at municipal marinas whenever we can. And I don't see a lot of traffic of transient boaters coming into Muskegon. And I think I may have figured out one of the reasons why. We were up north in, it was Pentwater. And I overheard another boater talking about, he was talking to a boater from Florida who's doing the loop and sailing down through. And this other boater was telling him, don't go to Muskegon, go to Grand Haven, there's shopping, there's nothing in Muskegon. And, well, I took that really personally. And because I do believe that Muskegon has a lot to offer. And when we returned on our trip, and I believe he did end up staying in Muskegon Lake down at Harbor Town. Upon our return, it was in the middle of August, and it was brutally hot. It was 85 degrees, really humid. We'd been on the water for 10 hours looking to cool down in the shower and return back home. But the facilities at Hartshorn Marina are so antiquated and unuser-friendly that I myself had a really terrible experience at my own marina where I keep my boat. And at the different marinas that we stay at, some of them are really small. Pentwater is a very small, humble marina. And then some other ones, Leland, they have really, really great facilities. And they're bringing money in some capacity, whether they're charging $1.30 a foot or $1.80 a foot. One thing that most of them have in common is there's a little clubhouse, there's laundry facilities, there might be a place to do some dishes, and they have showers and restrooms. I would like to invite all of you to come down to Hartshorn Marina, and if you feel brave enough, to take a shower. So imagine when I came back in, and we've been on the water all day long, and it's 85 degrees, we've just been sweating, and I go in to use the shower, and because I live so close, we usually do day sailing from the marina. So this was the first time we got to use the marina. You walk into an underlit space, and it has a push button water knob. It's not even a knob, it's just a push button. You turn it on and then the water shuts off automatically after 5 seconds, unless you're holding the button. I had no control over the temperature of the water. So I was taking a 100-degree shower with my hand on the button the whole time. And it just occurred to me, I thought, man, here I am, I'm trying to talk to other boaters all over Lake Michigan, coming from Wisconsin and northern Michigan, and I can't feel confident to invite them to the marina where I keep my boat in the city of Muskegon because it wasn't a good experience. Now, there's no clubhouse, there's no laundry, there's a number of things that could be improved, but I just think as all these fantastic things are going on downtown, we are really missing a key element, and I would like to see us do whatever we can to, and we don't even need to be the best municipal marina on the lake, but having one that has like working Wi-Fi or a shower that you can turn hot to cold, a clubhouse would be nice, or laundry facilities. it's what most boaters are expecting and looking for. And there's I met a lot of great people out on the water, and some have been to Muskegon. They don't make it as far into Hartshorn Marina. And, you know, there's not gas docks there, and that's fine. Not every municipal marina has one. And it's just, I would feel really great if I could say, hey, come to Hartshorn Marina, you pull up. You know, some marinas have bicycles that the marina loans to people to go to the farmer's market and come back. There's a lot of potential. It's a great facility. I mean, I don't even know how many boats that Hartshorn holds, but I'm guessing it's over 100, maybe 120. And I wanted to bring that to your attention and voice my concern.
Very good. And the manager was taking copious notes, so I'm sure that this information is going to make it to where it needs to go.
Well, wonderful. And I've got plenty of other ideas, and you have my phone number, and I'm more than willing to talk. And, you know, I've lived in Muskegon a long time. I've worked downtown for a number of years. And it's great that Muskegon Community College has a presence downtown.
Absolutely.
And
you know Dan and Mary Ann Dietz?
I don't.
Okay, that's my cousin and her husband.
Do they keep their boat down there?
Their boat's down there, so. Okay, well, thank you very much for the input, and we certainly will take it to heart.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Mr. Joe Bush? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
We always welcome any of our candidates coming in as long as they do hold to the time and not go too far with political tones.
I'll be as brief as possible. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and members of the commission. I appreciate the audience. I appreciate the opportunity to come in front of you. As you mentioned, I'm a candidate for Muskegon County Probate Court. I know a number of you, met a number of you over the years. As of tomorrow, I will have lived and or worked in the city of Muskegon for exactly just over 18 years. And so I very much love the city and love being a part of it. Have been a property owner for a number of years, commercial and both residential. I am an attorney with 20 years of trial experience, 18 here in Muskegon, 2 years in Wayne County, working for the Wayne County Child Abuse Division of the prosecutor's office there, and have been in private practice here, as I said, for 18 years. I have been endorsed at this point by the entire probate court, 2/3 of the sitting family court for the county, and am have nearly 3 times the experience of my competitor at this point. I want to make that clear with respect to the election that we're facing, that it's important that we have experience on the bench. And just wanted the opportunity to introduce myself and let everyone know who I am. I'd be happy to sit around after the meeting and provide you with more information, answer any questions. Thank you so much for the opportunity to address you.
Betcha.
Have a lovely evening.
And best of luck.
Yes, thank you.
Are there any other members of the public that would like to address the commission? What?
Real quick, and I'll get you.
Okay, come on.
Dave Alexander, downtown Muskegon now. Thank you again to Frank, staff, and Kathy and those, Mo, for working downtown on Thursday. Outstanding work, and you're getting the praises that is well deserved. Number 2, thank you, Mayor, for being with us last night. We celebrated a $25,000 pet safe grant for the dog park, the Bark Park that we'll be putting at the corner of Western and Shoreline Drive. And downtown Muskegon now, Muskegon County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Community Foundation, Baker College, a lot of folks have helped out on that. We made our $50,000 today. We have gotten a $50,000 grant. That was you, the community, who's done that. We got a $50,000 matching grant from the MEDC and from MISHDA. So we will be under construction in the spring, and hopefully by the mid of next year, having the first public dog park in Muskegon County.
Well, woof, woof. Thank you. Any other takers? Not, take her away, Vice Mayor.
If there's nothing else, I move to adjourn.
Support.
Been moved by the Vice Mayor, supported by Commissioner Johnson to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Same sign. I guess not. Let's go eat dinner.
So, yeah, we got actually.